the conspiracy corner, which I'm excited.
Yeah, shout out.
What are you doing?
Let's go ahead. Going hot.
Hey everybody!
Hello.
Welcome back to the Chorizo Bros Show. The three of us are back at it again for more Shyamalan videos.
Shyamalan-athon.
Shyamalan-athon?
Shyamalan-athon.
Yeah.
Your mom?
So, thank you for joining us again. We kind of have been going a little bit out of order. We did The Sixth Sense first, and then we did Signs, but this actually came in between those two.
It was.
So we're kind of going a little bit out of order. It's fine, it doesn't really matter. And this is another one of his early, really good ones, in my opinion. This is going to be a really fun one. I think we're going to have a lot to talk about.
Oh, yeah.
With his style. His style is really kind of strong in this. We really see kind of the classic Shyamalan-isms, I guess.
Yeah.
So we're excited. We're going to be talking about Unbreakable, guys. So we're going to do what we normally do for the show. I'm going to hand it off to these guys to give us a quick 5-star review, and then we're going to, after that, go headlong into spoilers. I'll go last on that. One of you guys want to go first?
You want to go first?
Yeah, I'll go first. Pretty good. I'd say 3.8, 3.9 out of 5. Definitely a good view. There are some parts, I think, that a lack of certain things that might have added more interest for the viewer. And definitely you wanted to see more of some certain characters fleshed out. And I think that's where there was a little bit of... because the possibility with that really nice early shadowing of him was done very good in this one when it comes to like the character development. But I think that they're like the foreshadowing on the possibilities of the powers and the whole villain, supervillain, and hero dynamic and everything. I think there definitely could have been more.
Do you feel like there should have been more foreshadowing?
There should have been more of that fleshed out, and I think he was like kind of showing it, but then never delivered on some of the things.
Yeah. There is a little bit of weakness in the writing here, and we'll talk about it in the more spoilery part. Yeah, so you're landing at about 3.8.
3.8, I would say, still good. Still
okay,
good. Yeah,
cool.
Still good.
Chris,
I was gonna say 3.5, but in between 3.5 and 4, pretty good all around. I love the characters, just the concept. The concept is my favorite thing about this.
Mm-hmm.
Just the superheroes in real life, right? Kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was doing this before the sweep of superhero movies was like taking over culture.
Because I was like, when I first watched, I was like, oh, this is a.
And I got some stuff to talk about that later.
We'll get into it.
Okay.
Do you have anything else you want to add?
I'll just leave it there for.
So about 3.5, 3.8?
Yeah.
What did you say?
Give it 3.8.
You're going to match Brandon?
Yes.
Okay, cool. I'm actually pretty much there with you guys, very close. I'm going to go just 3.5. I don't know where the 0.3 would come from for me. It's definitely on the higher end, but I like it less than Signs, and I like it less than Sixth Sense. So
is there less to argue?
There's a lot less to argue here, but there's still a lot.
There's less theories. There's less to argue. There's less religious themes and aliens.
So this is definitely a step down from Signs for me.
That's a 0.3 of a difference.
But hey, there's a lot to appreciate here. So let's not forget that I didn't give it a bad score. And I think that there's a lot of interesting things still going on. And the timing of this, because this movie came out in 2000.
Yeah.
So it is, again, in a weird spot where, like, we talked about Blade. We talked about some other movies. And there's like this, again, sweep of culturally everything being about superheroes. This was like an interesting version of that before it got popular. So
it was right
it was before, cool, like when it came out and like what it was trying to do. And I think this movie is misunderstood a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So the writing is a little bit weak, but the style is really high for me.
Yeah,
I really appreciated the artistic style of the shots, but I do think Bruce Willis's acting is a little bit stilted, a little bit wooden. And then the kid I didn't really care for. The stuff that was going on with the wife I kind of wasn't about.
The marriage, yeah.
Some of this stuff was a little bit hokey to me, but the style really makes up for it. I really like the visuals in this, and I love Sam Jackson.
Yeah.
So, all right, that's pretty much it, guys. I think we are going to hit our spoiler part, which is just going to be an open discussion now. And what I've been doing since Chris has been on the show is I kind of like with where your notes are. So I would like to kind of go through some of your ideas, your favorite scenes, whatever you wrote down. Let's knock some of that out.
Especially since almost, I would say all of these films are first times for
Not
Chris.
this one.
Not this one. Okay, you've seen
Second
this one
time.
before.
When did you watch it before?
I watched it just with the family.
Like, do you remember
A
about how many
family,
years ago?
not your family. A family.
With the family.
The
with
family.
our family.
With a family?
Is a family.
With
the family.
Yes.
The Manson family.
That family, yes.
That's the family.
That's the
That's
family
the family
to watch.
I think
That's the
of.
family to watch movies with.
But yeah, we watched it a while ago, like maybe 5-10 years ago, somewhere in between there.
So you watched it a few years ago.
Mm-hmm.
This is your second watch.
I really liked it the first time. Second time, I was just looking for like details, things like that.
Okay. So let's start. What you got?
Oh, I really like that surgery scene where you see David just sitting there, like just blank face, not knowing what's going on, but you see him watching this guy start bleeding on the table as he's trying to answer these questions, not knowing anything about what just happened to him.
What was your interpretation of that? You're just saying you liked.
I just liked that. I thought it was really tense. It built up a lot of tension right there off the bat.
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, when he walks out and like everybody's staring at him.
And he's like,
Yeah.
totally.
Whoa.
Oh, the lack of Bruce Willis's acting in that scene kind of started the whole like he's gonna be
Phoning it in.
cold, stoic,
Yeah.
and that beginning scene when he's basically trying to cheat on his wife, and you don't know if he ever did or not. You know, his wife asks, "Did you cheat on me?" And he's like, "No, I didn't." And then she breaks down. And she's like, "Oh, let's start up again."
For me, that was pretty indicative that he does that.
That he's
constantly.
done that,
Yeah.
right?
His instinct was to go for the ring. So
Yeah,
I'm
but that
under the impression he does it all the time.
from the train beginning to like within just that little peak of him taking off the ring, that girl being like distant from him, and then the whole like seeing that guy slowly. I remember that scene so many times because I remember the blood slowly, and I'm just like watching the scene, kind of listening in the background. I'm not even like looking really at Bruce Willis. I'm looking more at the body.
Right, yeah.
And then
I did that
too. So I guess it's okay that Bruce Willis gives not much of a reaction. And he is kind of shocked. But I'm homed in. Maybe it's me because I've seen it so many times, but I'm homed into that body and I'm waiting for it to start bleeding.
Right.
And but it is that beginning scene definitely sets the mood that's an intense like this train wreck is not like another movie train wreck where you're like, oh, it's a movie train wreck. It made you kind of feel
Everyone's dead.
for these people. These are real people.
They're all waiting
kind
to
of
see
like
their-
I'm like
that
that he
people.
did a good job of like slowly seeing somebody bleed and hemorrhage out, made it more realistic,
Yeah.
and took away that movie like death, which is like you have some travesty and no one even cares nowadays because it's
Right.
yeah. What was your next thing?
Well, silly little detail I noticed was when he walks out, his clothes are all fine. They're just wrinkled.
No, they're just wrinkled.
wrinkled.
Well, he never got cut.
Yeah,
Well, yeah, but you would think.
his clothes would be.
Yeah,
other
he
people's
was like
blood.
slammed. He was like
Torn.
slammed around. Maybe it didn't break his bones, but yeah, you're right.
His clothes
maybe
are unbreakable,
Maybe there
too.
would be a
His
rip.
clothes are unbreakable too.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good ad for Patagonia.
Wearing this because
What's your
this
next note?
is his.
Yeah, except it's not green.
Raincoat.
That would have been
Yes.
so badass if it was green.
Would have been if it was
Yeah.
green. I didn't have a green.
And that's what I was going to talk about. His outfit, I don't know, simple, just that poncho with the hat. I don't know.
Yeah, it's a pretty iconic look for how simple it is.
yeah. Oh yeah.
It's like, yeah, that's pretty
cap.
badass.
Yeah,
Just
well, oh no, man! With the action scene at the end, we don't get a lot of action scenes, but like when he gets the
When I
he
remember
gets the
it,
kidnapper,
the first time,
and he like grabs the guy from the back, I was like, oh yeah, he looks like a hero right now. Like, and you don't see his face really. That was pretty sick.
Oh yeah.
And the newspaper picture.
Oh, the drawing of him, yeah. All right, what else?
I like Mr. Glass's mother. The way she kind of handles how he's, you know.
She remind you of your mother, if you were a villain.
That's. I was really thinking about how he turned into a villain because of that.
Because she was so sweet.
No,
she was a supportive, loving mother.
That's not what I meant. That's not what I meant.
He got too much attention.
He was able to get over it.
But she kept him down. He would have never.
He would have never gone outside.
Yeah.
He would have never gone past that.
No. She should have never.
I want to keep going on this point, but there is an issue I had with not her acting or how she treats her son. That was all. That's actually one of the better written parts of the movie. I agree with you.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say.
But I did think the order of it was wrong. There should have been a note in there, and if I was in the room with Shyamalan when they did this, I would have been like, why are you having her tell the story of him explaining, oh, there's two types of villains. There's the one that uses the mind, and there's one that uses strength.
Yeah,
that should have been at the beginning of the movie.
I liked it.
Well, right.
Well, because you don't know yet.
Right, but it would have been foreshadowing. It could have been some random conversation that comes up at the beginning, or maybe we see a young version of him tell his mom that.
I have a point.
Maybe Bruce Willis doesn't need to be a part of that.
I have a big point to make on that. So, foreshadowing at the beginning of the film, first comic book that she gives to him.
Right.
Yeah.
And she says specifically, and it's the one that he's like kind of obsessed throughout the film.
Right.
He has like several sketches from the artist that he's trying to sell to bidders and stuff. And if you look later in his gallery, he still has some of the
so
same.
what's the foreshadowing?
Yeah, that comic book she gives to him, and then she says it has a surprise ending to it. This one has a surprise ending.
Yeah, that wasn't lost on me either.
Yeah, so she says, I mean, it's classic Shyamalan. Yeah, but she's saying the ending, it's going to be a twist ending.
Right.
So he's trying to reveal that, and that was the reveal for Bruce Willis, is like, oh, I never saw him as a villain because he's crippled, but
right.
could be this mastermind.
Like, what's stopping him from being a
what's
mastermind?
being him from this mastermind.
Yeah, no, that was fine. I'm more so saying that, like, okay, because, like, if you look at Sixth Sense again, you see it's kind of obvious. The twist is kind of obvious,
yes.
right?
Yeah.
So he's
Same
not
thing.
afraid of, like, really leaning into the foreshadowing of it. And it felt awkward. It felt out of place that conversation happened right before the reveal. Right before the reveal?
Yeah.
That doesn't make any sense.
And it doesn't make sense, I guess.
Storytelling wise, you don't have the conversation, oh, there's a and that's foreshadowing for a later movie.
Mm-hmm.
James McAvoy, right? It's saying, like, he's going to be the mastermind villain.
Yeah.
It should have been somewhere in the middle or at the very beginning. Again, it could have been the kid version of him talking to his mom and explaining it to her. She's like, are you liking the comics, Elijah? And he's like, yeah. You know what I noticed is he said something to her like that. And then that can clue you in later that, like, oh, mastermind.
That makes a lot of
right.
sense.
That's where it felt like it felt out of place. It didn't feel right to be at the end. Anyway, next
I
move.
agree with that. Like I said, the concept I really like. The whole concept really did a good job of being able to, like, you can expand on that so many ways. Like they did with the Split. And then, what's it called? The last one?
Glass.
Mm-hmm.
The concept of what?
I wish there was just more. So much more. That would
The
be
concept
so cool.
of what?
Just like superheroes and villains in the real world.
Right.
Like I could see another movie coming out, but
I thought you were going to say the concept of Superman not knowing he's Superman.
oh,
That's kind of like the
But-
big thing. Like that's Bruce Willis's part in this movie. But you're right; it does set up a bigger universe. And I really like.
They
Split.
did do that.
That's-
Was that what was it? Brightburn film
Oh,
where he's like a little kid Superman, and they're
yeah.
trying to like.
I don't think I saw that, but he's like an evil version or something, right?
Yes, and they're trying to like keep him from knowing and then once he starts finding out, like, but he basically doesn't know.
It's right.
Yeah.
Well, because is he an alien in that one?
It's just like Superman. It's just once
it's just evil Superman.
Once
Sure.
he finally realizes, but like
right. But this is
he
him.
finally realizes though, Bruce Willis, but it's late. He's like in his 40. He realizes
sucks.
late 30s that he
God.
realizes,
That really sucks.
and
Yeah, just his wife being like, you know, what are you asking me? He's like, yeah, what you don't remember me ever having the flu?
yeah,
Like, because that is how he would start to be like, what the fuck's going on?
yeah. He's like, wait, what?
He's like, have I ever been sick? Have I ever gotten hurt? You know, oh, dude, when he's doing the weightlifting,
I was about to say that.
I love that scene.
That's
I was
my-
like, that
yeah,
felt
my
like
favorites.
that
is
felt
an
like what Dad would do.
iconic
That felt
scene.
like a real.
That yeah.
He'd be like, don't fucking like, I can lift it, but like, don't do this. This is stupid.
I love seeing him be like, yeah, let's put more on though.
But put more on.
Let's put some more on. You
Yeah.
can really see him like.
Yeah, that was legit. I actually really like that.
That was one of my favorite scenes. And then I hated that David. I mean, I get it. He gave up his dreams because he found the lady he loved. Obviously, for the movie, he's got to go through that. But just him not being able to go be a football player or just see his full strength that until he's like so old just kind of sucks.
He already kind of did that earlier when he saved her, and he chose to, as Samuel Jackson's character said, what is a few years of a football player's career versus you having a lifetime with, and she's 15 years after they've been married, and she's like, yeah, I could never be married. She still has that mentality. Him becoming that awakened, like it wasn't until like he had that pressed up against him like that. I don't think he would have been. I think he would have been like a regular. He would have been a football player, but it's because he needed that hero aspect.
That's why he's the security guard.
And once Elijah at the end, and at the end, Elijah said, "Do you have the sadness anymore?" And he's like, "No, it's gone."
I like that
because he
part a lot,
finally felt that he did. He didn't just security guard, which is such a light Band-Aid version of saving people. It's like a preventative.
But he couldn't. It was in him that something in his psychology made him feel like he needed to do that.
Yeah, and then when he actually saved somebody for the first time, like actually saved somebody, and you get to see that later in what, Split or the other films where he's like,
gosh.
Don't spoil
Yeah.
the third one. I saw Split. I didn't see the one after that.
okay, yeah, but like he is
Well, I don't really want to focus on this.
trying to save. He's trying to save people. I think that's his. If you go look at the end of this film, you would assume that he's going to continue to try to save people, either by touching people or filling people. But he is
That's
now
satisfied. That's really the power there. The seemingly in being unbreakable is basic. It's very basic. Mm-hmm. Him like going like this and like knowing some bad shit you did, that's way more powerful.
That's a psychic.
That's pretty cool.
Psychic.
That's like way more powerful. Yeah.
Because he's more than just like Unbreakable. That's his name. But he's like a complete package. He's a hero package. He's not satisfied unless he saves somebody.
Yeah.
He has the hero. Mm-hmm. And like Elijah says, why do you do this job? Because you're psychologically drawn to it. Mm-hmm. You want to save
the
people.
irony of... I was really impressed by that again with the... not the character writing or anything, but the writing of... The twist being that Glass is setting it all up. The fact that it took the mastermind to make the hero come out is really odd. Like, again, I think people didn't understand this when they saw the movie at first. They were like, what? Sam Jackson's got a weird haircut or whatever. Yeah, the Frederick Douglass.
He requested that.
Sam Jackson did.
Said that it was someone intellectual and
yeah.
aggressive thinking.
Right? Yeah. Yeah, wow, yeah. That's cool. I didn't know that. That's pretty cool.
Requested his hairstyle be free-flowing like the mind of Elijah. That was a character request.
Well, it also,
awesome.
There is the line that when they're looking at the strip, the comic book sketch or whatever, he's like, notice that everything is exaggerated. The villain, his head is proportionally bigger than it should be. Mm-hmm. So if you're kind of paying attention to that, you go, well, a haircut that's big like that makes his head look bigger.
He also says his eye.
So, yeah.
He also says his eye is slightly bigger.
Sam Jackson.
Sam Jackson. Big eyes.
Yeah.
He's like,
This is where
did you tell me to open my eyes?
to that video of him in Pulp Fiction where he's drinking the Sprite. His eyes are all big. No, but
you're gonna go to Django where he's
yeah. Oh no.
He gonna stay in the big house?
Oh, when he's got a cane again.
He also has a cane. A glass cane.
Dude.
Sam Jackson's character request.
Sam Jackson was and then it's a purple.
No, the cane was glass.
And
he
it's purple?
requested that. No, was
Yeah,
it purple?
it's purple.
I thought it was
Mhm.
clear.
It's opaque.
Yeah. The everything that was his character like color was purple. He requested that.
Yeah, his favorite color is purple.
Yeah. But he also said that he thought it was
And then he did that in Star Wars.
contrast good against the green, and the directors were like, "We like it. Yeah, that sounds good. Yeah,
Yeah, it
looked good.
Yeah, it looks good. What else you got?
Oh, just the ending itself was kind of silly.
What
don't know.
what part?
Yeah, it did. It
just
was
like-
kind of a fart.
Oh,
it was,
the little lines.
It's like no. It's just like it was
Yeah,
me
that-
all
that's-
along.
that
That's,
reminded me of what is that?
It's so.
Animal House. Reminds me.
I don't know.
Just and then he's got all his stuff just right there in his shop, just sitting there so everyone can see it. I guess.
Literally anyone.
Here's a
could've-
bomb I'm making.
Literally anyone could have walked down and been like, "Oh, what do you got over here? Oh my God, you have anthrax." He had like paper clippings and pieces of bombs, and like his mother didn't know. It was right there too, where he was having that exhibit. Like it was just around the corner in his place.
That was silly to me.
That
Yeah.
was a little
Was it the setup or was it just the fact that it's him that's the bad guy that? Because the way it was shot was a bit of a fart. It kind of just it was kind of like okay, and then the text at the end. I didn't like that. What you were saying, like, he went into a
Yes, that too.
It reminds me of like
hospital for the mentally insane. You're like, okay.
Now this is coming right out of the 90s. So they loved doing that fucking shit. From the 80s to 90s, they loved ending a movie where like, and he moved on and had happy life, and they put that text. But they do that in like comedies mostly. I thought it was hilarious.
Yeah.
It was too much.
It seemed like is this
again
a true story? Or
right. That's what documentaries do, right?
Or like put in an asylum. Which one? Where is it? I'm like, is this true?
Yeah. Yeah. You're right, dude. It really comes off comedic.
It was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, tonally, it's just odd.
Yeah, as soon as you see him reveal,
Definitely a bad move.
gone.
I wonder if that was a studio note, or I wonder if Shyamalan was insisting that it was part of the style, because it felt like
do you think they just run out of budget at the end?
It felt like a studio
we can't
note.
shoot him being
It
arrested.
felt like a studio note. I think they were like, just explain it away.
They're like, you already spent all this money.
For it to end like in a dark part of a comic book store, and for the reveal to just kind of like be like, okay, and then again it's part of Bruce Willis's acting too, where the fact that he doesn't emote very much. Okay, you can argue he's a stoic character, but the fact that he does seem surprised, but it doesn't seem like a revelation that he's having.
No, it's like
Yeah.
he's backing up.
Yeah, he's like, what? It was you? And it was just kind of dumb. You're right. I agree with you. I think the landing didn't really stick.
but I did like his whole scheme. You can kind of see why he became a villain, and it makes sense because
I'd become a villain if my bones were fucking glass.
Right?
Jesus Christ!
And
I had a sick ass car like that. You see when he threw that cane inside that car, everything was like little bubble, like little black leather bubbly balls that looked like the most comfy fucking chair you could ever sit in. His whole car was like that. If you got your face up against that, you're like, oh.
he was just so obsessed with that concept of
He broke
finding a
his
hero.
like all his bones trying to
get that gun, to see the gun.
Yeah, to see that gun.
Yeah, to further like
prove
his
theory.
to validate his concept.
That's how obsessed.
That's how obsessed Joseph has become with some of his theories.
Well,
the
twist is there is shit I want. There is a theory about this
chasing
movie.
people down all like subways. He's like, wait, little green man, wait.
Did you ever watch Signs?
Do you ever watch?
It's about demons.
You're
Where
a
are you going?
demon, right?
One of the things that I noticed when watching this. It was like the first, I forgot that his name was David Dunn or whatever. Mm-hmm. That is the most common thing, one of the most common things in comic books, where they take somebody's name and it's like the same initials in the first and last name. Mm-hmm. It's like, I actually put a list, and there's a lot of them, but I put a couple of them on. But it's a shout out to comic book culture. Peter Parker, Daredevil, who is real name is Matt Murdock.
Yeah.
Right? So it's like the same thing. Bruce Banner.
They do that.
Mm-hmm. Sue Storm, Stephen Strange, Wade Wilson, Miles Morales, Reed Richards, Otto Octavius. I was looking on a list. I was like, God damn, there's a lot of these things. So it was very intentional. I thought that his name would be a D and a D because
Scott Summers, X-Men.
Scott Summers, yeah. So they do it a lot. So I noticed that. I was like, that's a cool little shout out to comic book culture.
Bruce Wayne,
right?
Yeah. I'm sorry.
Damn it. So one of the things I was trying to like wrap my head around it when I saw it, the very opening scene when they're in the train, and it's kind of setting up, okay, so Bruce Willis's character is having problems with his wife. It sets that up. He maybe has stepped out of marriage because he's too confident talking to this lady. He's like, oh, well, you need a synchronized swimmer. He's like very, he's good at like opening a conversation, because if she was about it, that would have worked.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So. Yeah, because he just felt comfortable talking to her or whatever. So, but visually, remember, this is Shyamalan at his best in terms of visual. Like if you're paying attention to all that shot, whenever she comes in, you see her slim waist. She looks nice. Her midriff is showing, and she's got like a floral tattoo right here. And what does that indicate to you? And his immediate reaction is, I'm hitting on her.
Yeah.
Like visually, you go, I get it. There's something about this nice looking lady. She looks fit, whatever, that he thinks he can. And it doesn't say it. It's just by visuals.
And he's staring at it.
And then it moves over, and then he like takes his ring off.
Yeah, you see that.
Great.
Speaking of the cinematographer, his only other accreditation is the last two Harry Potter films, the Deathly Hallows Part 1 and 2. He chose to have in every part that Samuel Jackson was revealed up until he was an adult, he was always revealed in a reflection of glass.
Oh.
So as a baby, you see parts of the baby in a mirror.
It was like a dressing room he was born in? Is that right?
Yeah. Right? Yeah. So every part of that was like a little bit of symbolism that. Yeah. And there's a lot of other things, like the upside down parts. So that thing is like, I guess, when things are turned around for the characters. Mm-hmm. So for the kid, when he sees his dad, like when he sees the train wreck and he's upside down, his world's turned upside down, because he goes and he looks and it says that his dad's on the end. They're like, everyone, like, it's going to take hours to get. It's in the middle of the woods. It's desolate. Like, how are they even going to get to the bodies? That's probably a reason why a lot of those people died, too, is because it took forever.
Just time.
Yeah, just time. Like, people were hemorrhaging and stuff like that. Another thing, twice with Elijah had happened, where he sees a comic book upside down. Mm-hmm. The first time with his mom, when he opens it, and he sees... If you look at it, he sees from the villain's perspective first, and then he turns it around. And if you carry that mentality, you completely foreshadow. You completely like put the hero in the shadow, and it almost looks as if the main character is the villain in that first comic. I don't know if that's psychological, crazy. But if you just turn it, because you're, and then again was the other one, this time being the Sentry, which is where he finds out that that really what Bruce Willis is like the Sentry, this like not only protector but the seeker of like the evil. So. Yeah, there's some good cinematography. There's some good symbolism.
This is some of the best.
Yeah.
I think it's more visually interesting than both Sixth Sense. Sixth Sense almost was shot like a play. The cinematography wasn't flashy.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like there were beautiful shots and like the staging and everything was great, but it wasn't like it's like they're at Toni Collette's house, her apartment. You know, there's nothing flashy, and Signs was kind of like that too.
Yeah,
there's just some shots I mean, they're cool shots. It looks cool. Mm-hmm. Like I'm not talking shit, but like this one really was like flipping. You know, like you said, the kid upside down, and then they flip it over, and there's reflections,
like a comic book.
There's a cool shot of the movie poster, or like a concept of the movie poster. You know how it has, I don't know which poster it is, but there's like a broken glass. Like it looks like it's in a frame and the frame is broken. If you put it right next to Split, the movie poster for Split, the cracks go together.
Really?
Oh.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. I'll see if I can put a visual somewhere on the screen so you guys out there can see it. But that's pretty cool. I was trying to figure this out, and maybe we made a mistake watching Signs first, but I was like, what is Shyamalan's deal with water?
Right, yeah.
What is going on with the water? Like, imagine that you hadn't seen Signs right before this, you would have just been like, okay, he drowned, so he's got some kind of phobia with water. And then...
Shyamalan?
No, David Dunn.
No, David Dunn is an alien. Oh, I thought...
He could be.
I thought...
Superman is an alien. It's not that crazy. No, we're not doing that.
No, that's my theory now.
That's your theory. Bruce Willis is an alien.
I think
Superman.
it was just a coincidence.
No, dude, that doesn't happen. Like, if you watch a Martin Scorsese movie, why is it always that there's this like Catholic angst? He can't help but put it in there. So
because he has it.
Yeah, right. So with Shyamalan, this is a recurring thing. It's at least a visual. Because
more?
Lady in the Water.
Oh, you're gonna love.
I didn't watch it yet, but I was like, "That's okay." There's
You're
water.
gonna love how much water's in Lady in the
Lady in the Water.
I just figured it was like
water kills the aliens in Signs,
it's a weakness,
and then
because
water.
a hero has to have a weakness.
I'm just pointing out that it's barely a weakness. It's barely
What do you
like
mean?
how does he use it to stop Bruce Willis?
Well, he doesn't try to stop Bruce Willis.
So how is it a weakness?
It's so
Well, he
that
didn't
it's when he gets pushed off.
So we see
Into a pool.
it's kind of a vulnerability, but that no one uses it. Like maybe in the next movie.
Well, not yet. You know, like it's the first movie.
Okay, here's the thing. I'm not trying to like explain away how it works in the story. What I'm saying is there's some kind of significance to Shyamalan about water.
There is. I think it's psychological.
There's a
What- is
there's
there
a
more?
reason it's supposed to mean
Water.
something.
So, Lady in the Water. What else? Is there another one?
Well, these are back to back to back. So it's this one because this came out after Sixth Sense, and then right after that he did Signs, which they used the water, and then right after that they did Lady in the Water. So there is a weird. It's just a weird continuation of water.
He was loving that water.
Did he
It's
almost
just
drowned
weird.
in that time period?
Hmm?
Do you think he almost drowned in that time period?
Yeah, dude, I'm telling you, there's got to be something. Water's got to mean something.
He's hating water. He hates water.
And then why is it that Bruce Willis's character wears a fucking rain jacket?
Oh, that makes sense now.
Yeah.
Right.
I didn't even think about that.
Right.
Right, because it's what is it psychologically to him? I mean, it's a reminder that he has a vulnerability, but
And he jokes that he can't swim to that girl.
To the lady.
Yeah. But that was his.
You don't even-
like that.
wow.
I was reading that was a.
was it raining during his car crash?
Foreshadowing, huh?
Was it raining during
I
the
don't
car
think so.
crash?
No,
No?
it was not.
I don't remember. I just remember it being kind of dramatic. Anyway, I was like, I saw just a theme of water.
Yeah,
So
there was definitely-
there's that's there. I don't know what it means.
Yeah.
I thought maybe one of you guys would have an idea of what it could mean for Shyamalan. Because again, that happens. I think
saw it.
artists can't help but like certain things like they latch onto. Like Salvador Dali did things with insects a lot.
I thought you were about to say incest.
Probably too.
Yeah, that makes
No,
sense.
but he would have like
No, he did.
I know some artists probably does.
like death to him was ants.
Mm.
So whenever he was trying to represent death, they were ants because it was like a dead animal. Ants would get on it.
Yeah.
You know? So like that was his thing.
Oh.
Mm.
Yeah. So that like I'm trying to think. Anyway, whatever. It doesn't matter.
Mm.
What about incest?
And well, you know what I noticed? I noticed also this weird, like, it's a visual thing, and I was like, okay, maybe this is just like what he thinks the average American, like, white family looks like. Because I know Shyamalan is American, but
he's not white.
Well, no, but I know he's American, but his actors are white, right? Mm-hmm. So he always, like, casts a young boy that kind of looks the same.
Yep, I noticed that this time.
Right? Because Sixth Sense, it was Haley Joel Osment, and he had kind of that haircut. Mm-hmm. And then Macaulay Culkin's brother in Signs kind of was like a weird, unusually, he kind of has a weird look to him, and he has that same kind of haircut. And then in this one, this kid looks like that too. I was like, what's that? What is... Am I missing something? Like,
the vulnerability of white America.
Right, which is probably what some of his later movies are going to be about. But why have all the kids kind of look the same and not just...
So vulnerability of white male masculinity.
It's just like basic American Family. What do you think of Blonde Boy?
No.
Bruce Willis?
I think, no, it really is a... what do you call it? When you have a character that is in contrast to... Is it foil?
Yes.
Where you have one in contrast to another. So you have the dads. They're always... You could basically put Bruce Willis in The Sixth Sense as the dad figure.
They are the same.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
So,
he's a father figure.
So you have these complete opposites of the dads and the sons.
Like in attitudes.
In attitudes, in character, in like every way. And I think they represent the vulnerability in all these characters. So
right, but they don't. What does that have to do with how they look?
How they look?
Yeah, because I mean, them being.
He chose all
them being like.
Oh, he chose all white actors. Them being like, they gotta be white.
Them being like 10, 9, 10.
How many good white actors can you find at that age? There's only so many.
I'm just saying,
he literally ran through all of them.
It seems to be a very specific, like, a specific look he's trying to go for, as opposed to it could just be they all have the same look. Do you know what I'm saying? Because you agreed with me for a second.
Yeah, I do know.
There seems to be a weird, like, why does he want the kids to have?
He wants the kids to all look. Look at all the kids he got. They all look like they could cry at any moment. They look like they've all been abused. Is what they all look. Yes, look at like Haley Joel Osment. He looks bad.
That's what that movie's about.
Yeah, Signs. You're like, oh no, Culkin. You look.
He does. He gets assaulted in the movie.
the
alien grabs him, dude.
And and this kid looks like he's about to cry at any moment.
Yeah,
well,
so he just
one of the kids sees dead.
Why can't one of them be a daughter then?
There was a daughter. There was one.
Right.
I just don't think it is a complete representation of the dad and the son being more of just a representation of themselves in an exact younger, more vulnerable, more delicate side. That's what I think.
One of them,
because every single time I've seen where they have a young kid like you're talking, they always have a father figure that is completely like strong character.
I think you're missing what I'm saying. I understand that he's looking for vulnerable. Why do
they all look
the same.
They all bring something out of the father too.
Cry.
That's all. That's it. I don't know that it's any deeper than that. There's a lot of ways you can exhibit vulnerability in a person in a movie. I would have actually liked to see, like, because there some scenes go on a little bit long where they could have made the kid have more to do, or there could have been some more, like the acting of the wife too felt really flat. I understand that she was supposed to be made to seem distant because of what was going on with them, but you don't really care. Does the wife need to be in the story for this to work?
I think so.
Explain how. Aside from something that can't easily be written away.
Because He's not happy.
He could call his mom, hey, do you ever remember me getting sick?
But he's not happy because he's with his wife. Because he had to give up.
Yeah, he could have been
Stop
not
doing
happy
that.
because he was alone.
But she is the reason he went down that path.
Yeah, maybe.
She is the reason why he went to New York and then went on that train.
I just feel like that.
I think it did. Did the actors?
Did you find her interesting?
I was happy when he was happy with her.
So
when
the
he
thing
finally
is,
became happy.
going back to the
seeing
acting
her.
versus what was put out in the story, the scene where they're grabbing, like, the son is like, "Oh, you just survived a fucking wreck. Like, here, grab mom's hand."
Mm.
And as soon as he looks away, they just start, like, and then let go of their hands. That was good to me. I enjoyed that.
Mm.
They didn't even have to act. They literally just had to let. The parts where they're acting probably fell short. But
Maybe that's what it is. It doesn't
Yeah.
feel believable.
yeah, the story part of it is definitely like, okay, this is part of his, like, fucked up backstory, and it gives, like, a little bit of depth to it, and I don't think it hurt too much. I think the acting.
I
on
wonder
those parts
what
definitely
was
did.
going on in Shyamalan's life personally that, like, this felt weird, because the strengths in the writing in his other stories that we've done so far is, you know, Bruce Willis trying to work through his stuff with fucking up his first patient and then getting a second chance with that. Mm-hmm. And then you see the little kid and his mom and they have to work through their shit. All that was really well done, right? And in Signs, the stuff with the brothers, the stuff with him and his kids, and, like,
that's
them
great.
kind of, like,
Also, you have
kind of blaming him, and, like, so there's a lot of depth in their
Signs, you have
relationships.
better actors.
Right. So, right. But I'm just talking about, like, this, like, what was the like, I kind of didn't care about the characters that much.
Yeah, because I think the delivery was.
Well, just the story itself. It's like the kid, they should have given the kid more in terms of, like, maybe, you know what they maybe should have done is not had the vulnerable kid. Maybe he was a punk ass kid. Maybe he was, like, a bully type kid. And then he goes through a change when he realizes his father's, like, goes out of his way to help people or something. There could have been, because all we see is, like, you know, maybe dad's a superhero, and, like, that's the only emotional thing that happens in the movie with him and his son.
After this,
what else is there?
Well, after this one, I don't think he has.
Like, on this one, Unbreakable, excluding whatever else might have come. Let's say there was never a sequel. We have the story we have. This is what we got to deal with. Was that interesting? The father-son relationship. Was there anything interesting about that?
About the father-son?
Very little.
The
I
bench press
found
and him
it-
being like,
That was fun.
and him kind of adoring his dad and telling him that he's a superhero. I did enjoy the part where he tried to shoot him.
See, even that didn't feel very well acted.
No, because it was not well acted. These scenes, I don't think that some of the parts were the worst. I think that this was just not the best acting on the part, like you said, Bruce Willis, even when he's revealed.
Right. But
And,
I'm also
like,
arguing...
he has a gun show to him.
I'm also arguing the writing is just not that well thought out.
It could have been better.
They spent less time on it, it feels like.
It could have been better.
I feel like they really showcased the cinematography,
Mm-hmm.
and they showcased the shots and the storyboarding and all that stuff, and this was lower on the totem pole of what they needed to focus on. That's my opinion. They're like, hey, we got Sam Jackson. Let's really lean into that stuff. He's the best part of the movie, honestly.
Oh, yeah.
I love every scene that Sam Jackson's in this.
Oh, yeah.
But do you know what I'm saying? Am I making sense? You don't have to agree with me, but do you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, I do. I just see the son as a reason for him to, as helping push him to see that he's actually a superhero, because the kid just straight up believes it once he hears it, but the dad doesn't.
I do agree
obviously.
with that because by
'Cause he's
all
grown
accounts,
up.
Bruce Willis's character will push himself down to being little than what he is so that he can just be kind of blended in with this happiness. like he did that with his wife, was the injury. So I think if he didn't have someone to push him like Elijah, or I think
if there wasn't the kid, that would have made him and his wife's relationship more interesting.
you're like, you should have fucking got rid of that.
No, do one thing or the other.
Yeah.
You know, like he could have been a single father, and this could have been part of their bonding or whatever. And he's fucked up about the mom skipping town or whatever. Maybe the part of it is that she leaves him with the dad. Well, you know, it's his turn to have him, and that's when this whole thing happens. That could have been fun and interesting.
I think,
or it could have been him and his wife. And
do you think
the wife maybe is like, that doesn't make sense? Why is Glass still hyping you up and acting like you're some kind of hero, but you're a fucking asshole that cheats on me and fucks off?
Do you think the movie
and we're falling out of love, and I'm supposed to look at you like some kind of fucking hero? That would have been interesting. That would have been a fun dynamic, and that would have been some cool emotional shit for him to work through.
But do you think the movie needed extra?
No, I'm saying
time?
pick one or the other. I'm saying, like, give me something to care about. Make me feel like.
No, but
make
I'm like,
me
to
feel
flesh
like
that,
I want.
to flesh
I
that
want.
out,
I
do you
didn't
think
care.
the
I
movie
didn't
needed
care
more?
if Bruce Willis got with his wife back again.
Yeah, but I'm saying, do you think the movie
Did it matter?
Do you think the movie needed more time to flesh that out, or you think
No, it just needed to be just written
that?
better. That's all it was. The acting even didn't need to be that good. They just had to have an idea, and it felt like it wasn't
because
there.
This one was like so.
You're hung up on the time. I don't know why. So it didn't need more time.
I think you're hung up on that.
I didn't watch. So I haven't watched.
I'm hung up on making the characters make me care about the characters. It's a pretty fucking big part of liking movies.
I need to watch the full version. There's actually a extended version that you have to get on DVD or a special edition. 25 minutes that you can watch additionally on special.
Did you watch it?
No. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying is that I don't know if there's additional parts that could help. But I'm asking that, do you think there could be extra time? Do you know that Signs and those other two films we watched are 2 hours? So this one's about an hour 45.
Yeah.
So it's 15 minutes shorter.
Okay, so
it's 15 minutes shorter.
10, 15 minutes more.
15
no,
minutes
I don't
shorter.
think... No, because, again, I'd be able to feel it. The editors... You know what? Maybe. Because there was a scene I noticed, because I watched it today.
Did it feel short? Did it feel cut? Did it feel...
There were weird... There was a weird cut where I was like... What? I was like, he was going to say something else. The kid is talking to Bruce Willis right after something happens, and it's like outside, and the kid's like, how come you don't believe, or something, and then it starts to fade out, and then it goes to the next scene, and they're like washing dishes. It's like the wife and him are washing dishes. The kid was going to say something else. Now, I don't think it would have...
You're like, I don't know. You haven't watched it either, so you don't know.
Well, I know. Well, what I'm basing this on is what I saw.
This is what I saw.
All I have to base it off is what I saw. I can't be like, oh, what, I gotta fucking look at the extended version to. I gotta go find a DVD somewhere and watch the extended version to get the full story.
I'm sure you have a VHS, a DVD player.
We got something in here. This is the Chorizo Bros, dude. We don't throw anything away. That is an important part to me. I think you're in order to make a movie work, the editing has to be interesting, the cinematography has to be cool, the music has to be cool, and
music. Did you like the music?
The music was pretty okay. I like the music in Signs a lot better.
Is this done by the same guy?
James Newton Howard. Yes, we talk about him and we praise him every time. His music, it works.
He's great.
It works. Yeah. But this was just lacking in me caring that much about them. I needed something else. I needed to see him and his wife not have this really cold, detached relationship where, you know, when she is trying to work things out with him, she's like, you know, it is a big deal that you came back. But she doesn't seem that happy. She doesn't seem like, you know, this is a break from the cold shit they're doing to each other the whole movie, and she's vulnerable. Maybe she's got a couple of tears, and she's like, I was wrong. Like maybe I was fucked up for treating you like an asshole. Yeah. So that would have really sold it for me. That would have made me go, wow, okay, this feels real, because that's what real people do. They don't. She's not going to be this cold ice queen the whole time, and he's just going to be kind of looking around like, God damn. You know, he should get upset.
Yeah.
he should get upset, and
no emotions.
there's nothing. So how am I supposed to get behind whatever you're emotionally working through if you don't even break once?
Yeah.
If it's going to be a rare
He's
event,
unbreakable.
Yeah.
You destroyed your argument just so quickly.
Yeah.
You can't break his
Do you want some more
emotion.
nuggets?
He's unbreakable. You can't change his
You know what?
emotion.
I've been thinking this the whole time.
God damn it, Chris.
God damn it,
That's
Chris.
why you're there in the corner just sick,
He knows-
soaking it in.
He knows how to deflate me. He's like, well,
Well, he's unbreakable, right?
Okay. I noticed this.
oh,
When you guys started talking about the
how did you do that?
He's just been waiting to say.
This is Chris's secret power. He just shuts me down.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it.
He was waiting for
Don't worry about it.
for any response to be the answer. Well, he's unbreakable.
I've been thinking about that. No, I've been thinking about the 3 movies we watched so far.
Okay.
Feels like the same story. Like like something in M. Night Shyamalan's like head. It's the same kind of
So
story.
it was made by the same director.
No, I get that, but like all of them are this older guy. There's a young boy,
Mm-hmm.
and at the end, it's like something that they've got to go through to get to be enlightened, like to become happy.
Mm-hmm.
Right. They have to go through the trial.
The
and come
trial,
out the
and
other
it's
end.
like that's the same. All 3 of them are that way.
Yeah.
It's like what?
Yeah, it's like the kid has to reveal something to the father.
I feel like that's something he went through.
the
After
sixth sense.
Something he went
they
through.
stopped that. He hasn't.
Oh well, then fuck me. Damn.
Well, no, but
No,
the 3 we watched that's a
but,
theme.
like, he's. What do we do?
Would Mel Gibson
4?
have been better in this?
Who?
Mel Gibson?
Damn, I didn't like
I would much rather have watched Mel Gibson do this.
it. Did I like Bruce Willis in some parts?
I like Mel Gibson better than Bruce Willis.
I like Bruce Willis.
Ah,
But,
dude, Mel Gibson's the shit.
Mel
Shout out Mel Gibson, dude.
Mel Gibson would have delivered
The Gibbs!
a more breakable version. Of
You think so?
He would have broken.
No, I think he would
would've
have. I
cried.
know because I would have wanted to see Mel Gibson like do the I want to see the weird. I want to see the Gibbs. Yeah, the weird shit, bro. I want to see the Gibbs come out, bro.
I don't know. He felt pretty. He felt like a superhero. You're like Bruce. He was like, just like he has to be a hero. He has to be fucking breakable. Okay, he has to be stoic. Like that's it.
Yeah, but to Joseph's point, what about his wife? Why was she so fucking bland?
Right.
Yeah, him. Okay, he's unbreakable. Why is his wife? Why is his wife so bland?
I almost feel
Yeah.
like,
Why didn't she? Yeah. It would have been like I said. It would have been okay if like you decide that their dynamic is we're just holding it together because our son's here. Fine, I can accept that. But when they're having the whole point of having dramatic scenes in stories is that you're supposed to reveal something, or there's supposed to be some kind of reason why. Like if they're gonna have a dramatic moment, the wife should break. She should get upset. This is the first time in the 3 movies we watched we've seen that character have a wife.
one was
Because
dead,
because technically Bruce Willis in
Was
Sixth
dead.
Sense was dead.
and then
You don't
wife
ever
was
see
dead.
them interact.
And
Maybe
so
maybe he doesn't know. Yeah, and immediately it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
So maybe he doesn't know how to write relationships that well.
There you go.
Like
Because he doesn't have a good one with his own.
Why did you have
daughter.
to say that? About he's gonna watch this.
no,
and
I'm
he's
not saying he has a bad relationship with his wife. I'm saying maybe he's not good at writing that. Maybe his issues with his either kid or his father is like how he's working through some of this shit, which is why there's always a father-son thing. But this is the first time we see him with, and then he goes,
With the wife.
you know what? I'm so bad at writing relationships that I'm gonna have them hate each other. They barely interact. They barely talk. So because I don't even
That's
know,
true.
right?
Yeah. Yeah, because he's later on. He's good with love and with personal relationships, like just like a one-on-one relationship with like mom son or like father son or like loved person, love interest.
You said later on?
I think Lady in the Water is a little bit, but it's honestly, Lady in the Water, no, because
I didn't see it. I don't know.
It's not a love interest. It again falls onto a father-daughter, father-son kind of.
So it's the
So
parent.
same thing?
So yeah, he really doesn't know how to write.
Yeah. It's just
a one-on-one relationship. The best he did.
a romantic relationship.
A romantic one, I think the best he did was in a ghost version in The Sixth Sense, and they weren't even acting together. They were just like,
Right.
hey, just like,
Right.
yeah. So, that's interesting.
Yeah, and it's just
because Lady in the Water,
these themes come up. You're going to notice that as we watch more movies, Chris, is like artists work through their own shit.
You're right. They do that.
So they do. You're going to see the same.
That's what they know best.
Yeah.
Well, and that's why, like you said, you noticed it, and then now it's going to be like, oh, that you're a one-trick pony. You're the father-son writer and the twist writer, and then that's all he's got. Let's get down to basics. Do we want to keep Shyamalan-athon going?
It's pretty.
Are
fun.
we going to do the next one? I think we should
What's the
at
next
least finish the Unbreakable
I can do that
trilogy.
because I like it.
We want to keep going, right? So we should do that. Did you see The Village?
No.
That's a big part of it too. Is that this motherfucker hasn't seen it?
He
yet.
hasn't.
Are we
seen
Well,
it.
what
Wait
it's
a
going to
minute.
come down to is your choice.
What's the trilogy? We're doing the trilogy, right? Or
For
we're
sure,
not?
the trilogy.
Yeah.
Do you
Then
just
we
want to
do-
keep doing the Unbreakable trilogy?
Then we're going to do
next?
Split.
Well, there's
But
more
if we're
movies in
not-
between now and then.
But if we're not, then
But the
Then we-
Shyamalan-athon is kind of fun.
It is.
So remember,
what's- so
look,
what is-
we
because you
got-
get to see the progression from his great
right,
filmmaking
to the bad ones.
like what? Into like,
well, Split was good at least.
Well, also you got to consider
that
like this,
much.
Brandon. You and I have plans to do other episodes
yes,
and stuff,
I know.
and with the reading, you have to get caught up on, right? So these just do an easy movie and then let's talk about it is supposed to be so we can kind of hang out and do it and give you time to get caught up on.
so we're just
Running
doing
Man.
Split. I don't care which one we're doing.
Have you started Running Man yet?
Yeah. Why do we have to do it next
I'm just
Wednesday?
asking.
Are we doing
I'm just
it
asking.
next
Well,
Wednesday?
we have to talk to Aryan.
Okay.
It's gonna be you, me, and Aryan on Running
Yeah.
Man, and then if you want to do it, then yeah,
what is that?
we
Is
can
it a
do a
book?
4-person. Well, it is a book, but you can just watch the movie.
Book from Stephen King, but not Stephen King, but it's Stephen King.
It's Stephen King writing
What
as
is-
somebody else.
Is it about him? What is it about? Please don't say
Oh,
it's a running.
Schwarzenegger.
He was getting a.
Huh?
Oh, you know what's crazy is
Getting
that's
like a-
exactly how
like
you
a
would have answered.
onesie.
If I was like, "What's that movie about?" You'd been like, "A Running Man." And you don't want me to fucking answer like that? All right. It's like a dystopian future where a guy. It depends because the movie and book are real different. But the movie is about an old cop who doesn't follow an order, and they arrest him for it, and then he
He's got
gets
to
a
run
chance
it.
to get out of prison if he goes on a game show where he has to be a fugitive for 30 days, and if he can last the 30 days, he gets like $1 billion.
Are you going to see the new movie?
Yeah,
The new Running Man movie?
yeah. I'd like to do our episode before the new movie comes out.
When does the new movie come out?
I don't know, but 2025.
Oh my god. It's
Because the Running Man book takes place in 2025. Isn't that crazy?
crazy.
So we want to do we finish that up and then we'll get with Ari and we'll figure that out. But that's kind of what Shyamalan-athon was about. Shyamalan-athon was about us being able to get together and do something that is not based on anything because he writes these movies. He's not basing them off a book, right? So we don't have to read a book to get ready for this. This
That's
is
why
just
they aren't as good, probably.
no, they're great.
It's
These
not what it
ones
sounded like
are.
today.
This is of the three. This is my least favorite of the three.
You just.
But these are
his
still
wife.
of Shyamalan's movies that we've seen so far.
You did not like his
These
wife.
the cracks are going to start showing. We're going to start seeing Shyamalan
I was enjoying these.
drop the ball, get up his own ass, be a little bit narcissistic. The studio probably lets
Hey,
him
Coppola
do
only
stuff.
had a few before he started. Just like, why are you making films at all?
Who?
Francis
Coppola.
Ford Coppola. There's just certain directors. I mean, I don't want to say certain directors. I would say any director after a certain time, if you've just making films to make films. And I don't want to say he's making films just to make films, but I would say
I would say he's
cashing
cutting a check.
cashing in a check. corporate deals.
Why would he stop working if he enjoys making movies? Even if these aren't art pieces for him, the fact that he's just got a job and it's like, I'll make another few. I'll get a quick couple mil making a movie. Why the fuck wouldn't he keep making movies?
Why hasn't he directed like a show? He would people would kill on a show.
People because he's a joke now. They can't all be zingers. You can't.
Yeah,
That's
can't,
a lot of time.
You just mathematically you can't do it. Like name somebody who has like.
Scorsese
I go back and look at like
hasn't done,
Quentin Tarantino's movies and like I'm like Pulp Fiction kind of sucks. I'm not the biggest fan of it. I thought it was cool when I first saw it when I was a teenager in high school, and then I watched it as an adult and I was like, aside from like the style and whatever, it's kind of not that good. And that might be controversial. People really love Kill Bill. I thought that was kind of average.
Yeah.
My favorite ones are the ones that aren't like that. Like Jackie Brown, I
that
think.
one's fantastic.
Oh, man.
I think Jackie Brown is like his best one.
Yeah.
Jackie Brown's good. Anyway, whatever. We're gonna start talking about Quentin Tarantino. But they can't all be winners. And it just so happened that Shyamalan started off strong as fuck, and then he became a run of the mill director.
Do you make about the movie about the beach that makes you old?
I think so.
Old. Yes, it's literally called Old. Any big director, Ridley Scott, one of my favorite directors earlier on, has so dwindled down. I would like to say I really enjoy his films, but like if you put everything all together, you're like, but you gotta appreciate them for when they were doing good work. So we can just
go back and go. Their movies back in the day were great.
Yeah, if we do the whole Shyamalan, we're gonna, like he says, see the cracks.
You're gonna see the cracks. Like the cracks are already showing. This stuff is becoming obvious.
Well, not only that, it's starting to speed up on the process of him putting out movies.
Right. There is also less time.
Yes.
Yeah.
Less
so
time.
it's we got to go move faster, right? So they can't iron all this stuff out. Yeah, that's a good point. Because you do see it. You do see like in this story, the acting is stilted with the wife and the kid, and then in Signs, there's a couple of. Remember, I complained about the some of the hokey dialogue with the guy. I think they were doing recon and I saw her. Oh, yeah, but Mrs. Whatever was spitting all over the place. I was having fun with it, but that was the worst parts for me. And then after it's. With the exception of like Split, they kind of were all shitty. With the exception maybe of Lady in the Water, I haven't seen it yet. So on that note, I think we're done, guys. Let's shut it down. We're just talking like we'd be sitting out there, talking about directors and stuff. So tell us what you think, guys. Actually, what would be cool is if somebody commented what y'all think we should do, and then maybe we'll do that. Should we continue with Shyamalan-athon? Should we do The Village or Lady in the Water next, or should we keep going with the Unbreakable trilogy? Because I know Chris wants to do that. Maybe not. I don't know.
He's so excited.
He's tired.
I'm split.
Bye, guys.
Take him out back.
Yeah, he's gonna get beat. No, that was great, man. That was funny.
Yeah.
Well done, by the way, on this episode. You did good, bro.
Thank you.
Cool. Like and subscribe. Comment, let us know what's up. We're gonna bring some new stuff for you. I should have the original crew coming back on, and we're gonna do Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Yes.
So that one's in the bag coming up. We're gonna have a lot of fun with that. So see you next time, guys. Goodbye.